Hi guys, welcome to the video. So today's video is on how I eat 5,000 calories a day. So basically I'm in a gaining phase at the minute and I have to eat a hell of a lot of food to grow. So I'm currently on just over 5,000 calories on a training day and around 4,500 calories on a non-training day. Today is a training day, so I'm going to take you through everything that I eat. So breakfast is served. We've got 3 whole eggs and 3 egg whites, 2 hot cross buns with 60 grams of jam, and then 250 ml of orange juice as well. So calories and macros will be on the left. That meal gives us 40 grams of protein, 131 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fats, which results in 837 calories. So we're 837 calories down. So I'm going to eat this, do some work, and then I'll catch up with you for meal 2. Lovely. So, meal 2 is in now. Okay, calories and macros will be on the screen here. So, within that meal we have 1 Granny Smith apple, we have 200 grams of mixed berries, 15 grams of honey, 100 ml of 1% fat milk, 50 grams of porridge oats, 33 grams of peanut butter, and 40 grams of whey protein. Okay, so that gives us 53 grams of protein, 93 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fats, which results in 800 calories. Okay, so 800 calories through a smoothie is much easier to get in than 800 calories through food. Okay, so there's a lot of research on liquid food versus semi-solid versus solid food and which sort of type is easiest to overconsume or underconsume calories. So we know that it's easiest to overconsume calories on liquid calories. Okay, so for me, trying to consume a hell of a lot, having these liquid calories in is really helpful. Okay, so 800 calories within that, and it doesn't take me long to eat, and it's really nice. Pro tip, you know, because I'm a pro smoothie maker. Pro tip: put some hot water in if you're using frozen fruit, because then you can drink it really quickly and easily, rather than it being cold on the old teeth. So I'll have this, and then to be fair, because I've got the morning off work, hence why I can make this video. I've got the morning off my one-to-one sessions. I'm still doing my online work, but that's why I can make this video. So I'm going to do some more work, and then I will catch up with you again with the next meal. It's now time for the pre-workout meal, which we have right here. Okay, so this consists of 1 banana, 25 grams of dark chocolate, which is 85% from Aldi, 10 grams of the hundreds and thousands or the sprinkles. I've got Midnight Magic at the minute, 120 grams of ground rice, so that's literally just long grain rice blended in a blender, and then 45 grams of the isolate, whey protein isolate, which is Rule 1 mint chocolate. It's actually really nice. So that meal gives us 50 grams of protein, 141 grams of carbs, and 13 grams of fats, which will all be on here. So that's 881 calories. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have this. Should take me half an hour or so to eat this. I'll watch some form of motivational video. I've got Trained by JP site on, which is James Hollingshead pull day. So obviously I'm going to train pull after this, so I like to watch someone training the same body part that I'm going to go and train, or the same session, similar session that I'm going to go and do. Just gives you that little bit of extra motivation. So I'll get this down me, and then I'll actually show you what I make for my intra-workout drink. So the time is 2 o'clock now, guys, so I've just had my pre-workout meal about an hour ago, so I like to leave about an hour's worth of time for it to digest for me to then go and train. So just made the pre and the intra workout. So the calories, the macros will be on here and what's included. So we've got 112 grams of ultra carb, so just intra workout carb powder, 5 grams of creatine, we've got 2 grams of taurine, 1 gram of electrolytes, 20 grams of EAAs, and then I've also got, again, the twists of the pink salt. I just have between like 5 and 10 twists. It's usually around a gram, but I feel like my scales don't actually assess it. Like if I was to do it in just one, it's like 1 or 2 grams, but when I do it gradually, I feel like it doesn't actually measure it. I'm not sure if that's just me or the scales are wrong. But basically that gives us 100 grams of carbs and 20 grams of protein, which equates to 480 calories. So that's an extra 480 calories again through a liquid drink that I just have when I train. I wouldn't even notice that I've really had those calories. Okay, so if you're someone that's really struggling to get calories in, an intra-workout shake is very, very easy to get them in. Okay, so time to go and train now, and I will see you in the gym. Okay, so we're about half an hour post session now, so my heart rate's come down. I'm in a state where I can digest this food, so it's time for the post workout meal. So this is meal 4, or you can class it as meal 5 if we're counting the intra workout as a meal. Okay, so here we've got 2 cinnamon bagels, which we get from Aldi, with 60 grams of jam on those. We've got 100 grams of Frosties with 250 milliliters of milk, and then we've got 150 grams of chicken breast, so that's raw weight, which equates to about 100 grams cooked weight. Okay, so that gives us 58 grams of protein, it'll all be here, 181 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fats. So overall calories, 1,019 calories within this meal. So high carb meal, replenish the glycogen stores as quickly as possible post session, low fat, so that we're not delaying that, that uptake of the carbs and that digestion of the carbs. This meal actually is really, really easy to eat. Say it's my highest calorie meal, or one of my highest calorie meals. Really, really easy to get in. So what I'll do is I'll have this, I'll watch some YouTube, and then I have my evening clients, so I'll catch up with you for the last meal of the day. So guys, the final meal is going in now. So the pre-bed meal, this is about an hour and a half pre-bed. So in here we have 225 grams of Skyr natural yogurt, 200 grams of mixed berries, 100 grams of granola, 25 grams of the 85% dark chocolate again, 22 grams of honey, and 64 grams of sultanas. So quite accurate on those. So last meal, this is the one that I use to really just make sure I make up those macros on the dot. So that's why there's like 22 grams of honey, 64 grams of sultanas. Really, really nice meal, easy to get in. So this gives us 42 grams of protein, 154 grams of carbs, and 29 grams of fats, which is 1,045 calories. So again, it's all going to be here. So at the end of the day, that means that I've hit 800 grams of carbs, 90 grams of fats, and 260 grams of protein, which are my macros on the dot, yeah, to the gram, 5,050 calories. Okay, so that's my day of eating on a training day. Sometimes I'm a little bit more flexible on the weekends. I'll allow myself to have, you know, a meal out, or me and Shannon will get a takeaway kind of thing. Obviously on this amount of calories it's easy to still fit it into my targets. But yeah, that's how you can eat over 5,000 calories a day, clean. Depending on what you class as clean, I guess. Obviously I'm not having like chicken and broccoli every meal. But it's just a case of, you know, utilising liquid meals and finding foods that sit well with you. You know, things like the hot cross buns in the morning, I'm having like 3 bites, I don't even feel like they're anything. Like the bagels and jam, the Frosties post-workout, it's so easy to get in. So like I said before, if you're someone that's struggling to get calories in, it's just a case of, you know, using liquid meals, finding what works for you, and just force feeding yourself to get those calories in. You know, the reason I can eat so much is because I'm very active. I've got a high rate of metabolism, which is just due to numerous things that I do. You know, I train really hard, burn a shit ton of calories when I'm training, just through the level of intensity that I train at. I have an active job, so, you know, majority of the time I'm out and about on my feet. So yeah, you know, and on this amount of calories, you know, the more muscle mass you have, generally the more amount of food you can have, and your body can deal with. You know, the leaner you are, the more sensitive you are to insulin, so, you know, that helps as well. But yeah, this is how you can get this amount of calories in. Obviously if you're in a fat loss phase, please don't copy this. Please don't copy this. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video there, because all I've got to do now is just eat this. I've got to log all my data, and then I'll shower and it'll be bedtime, and then we go again tomorrow. So I hope you've all enjoyed the video. I hope it's a bit of an insight into how you can get this amount of calories in, if you are struggling, if you're trying to gain and you are struggling. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like the video. If you're new, please subscribe right next to the like button, and I'll see you all in the next video.